Sri Krishna commenced his yatra to Hastinapura. Some Deva Rishis, including Vasishtha, Valmiki, Narada, etc., came and stood on his path. Sri Krishna stopped. These Brahma Rishis came and did parikrama of Sri Krishna's chariot. Yudhishthira went up to Sri Krishna because only now he stopped. Embraced him and said, "Oh Janardana, that poor lady, Abalai, with no strength, that poor lady, weak lady, who has taken care of us since our childhood, who is weak because of tapasya and fasting, upavasam, who is ever serving devatas, atithis and guru janas, who loves us so much and whom we love so much. That great lady who is in great suffering because of us. Oh Krishna, that lady who does not deserve any sorrow. To that mother of mine, Kunti, please convey our inquiries." Kunti is in Hastinapura, right? Vidura is taking care of her. He says, what can be Krishna, what can be a greater sorrow than the fact that we children of Kunti have not taken care of her for the last 13 years. We have not taken care of our mother. What greater sorrow can be there? Please meet her, Krishna, and console her, O Krishna. My mother, ever since she got married and came to her in-laws, she has known nothing but suffering. Interesting. Till this moment, she has known nothing but suffering after her marriage. Oh Krishna, will the day ever come when she will see happiness? When we left for Vanavasam, when we left for our exile in the forest, I remember how she came running behind us, weeping, broken down, running. And how we left her and came away to the forest. Was it not like death for her, O Krishna? What is the point in living, even a life that she is living where will have so much putra chinta, it must be killing her. Oh Madhusudana, please convey my pranams to Mata. And Krishna, please convey my affection to Dhritarashtra, to Duryodhana, to Bhishma, to Drona and others. And please embrace Mahagyani Vidura on my behalf. Then Yudhishthira did parikrama of Sri Krishna and took leave. He was the first to leave. Arjuna then stepped to Krishna and spoke great words of valor. And Bhima did Simhanadam, he roared. And Daruka pulled the reins. And the Sri Krishna's chariot took off again. And the Pandavas returned. Again on the way, Sri Krishna saw Maharshis were lining up on sides of the road. Sri Krishna stopped the chariot, got down, did pranam and inquired about them. Narada, Sthula Shiras, Vyasa, Daumya, Kaushika, Parashurama, etc. were there. The name Rishi Sthula Shiras that comes here is a name that Kavyakanta Ganapati Muni intuited was that of Ramana Maharshi as well. Sthula Shiras. Sthula Shiras. That's where I heard the name. And then in Bharatam. Narada, Sthula Shiras, Vyasa, Dhaumya, Kaushika, Parashurama and others were there, and they told Sri Krishna, "O Lord, we came to have your darshan." Darshan apparently is a word that is very difficult to translate into English. We went for darshan to the temple. We came to have your darshan. Came to have your darshan, and we also want to listen to your dharma yukta vakyam, words full of dharma that you will be telling in Kuru Sabha. We want to hear that. We want to listen to not only you, we also want to listen to the just words of Bhishma when you are in the Sabha of Kurus. O Lord, permit us to leave now. We will see you again in Kaurava Sabha. And they left. Vaishampayana tells Janamejaya, Sri Krishna was not alone. He was with his core army. He had gone prepared with his weapons and his little army. And his army proceeded towards Hastinapuram. And there in Hastinapuram, bad omens were seen for the Kauravas. Lightning there was lightning without any clouds in the sky. There was thunder tearing up the sky like Indra's Vajrayudham. Sudden dirty rain without any clouds. Sudden flash fires in different parts of the city. Water jugs, kalashams kept at homes, suddenly tatang falling by themselves. Hastinapuram sky was filled with dust. And in that dusty sky, sudden human-like apparitions were seen in the sky. Like Bhuta. An Andhi from southwest, wind started blowing, flattening all the trees in the way. Such was the state of Hastinapuram. But wherever Sri Krishna went, on the way the omens were very nice. There was cool breeze. It was raining flowers and lotuses on him. And the road, wherever his horses were taking road, that part of the road was becoming smooth as silk. And along the way, at various villages, Vedavits would offer him hospitality. And he in turn, yatheshtam danam, he was doing all along the way that he was going. Ever so many ladies apparently lined up on the way and rained him with flowers. And Krishna, noticing the people, noticing the fields, and noticing the cows, was in great joy. And he proceeded. Common people from everywhere lined up to see him. And at night time, at dusk, Sri Krishna reached a place called Vrikasthalam, where he had to halt. He halted in Vrikasthalam. Vrikasthalam is one of the 4 places that Yudhishthira named, saying, if Duryodhana does not want to give me anything, let him give me 5 villages. 4 he names this. One of them was Vrikasthalam. 5th he says anyone. 4 he tells for his brothers, which are reasonably big places compared to. 5th he says anything. Vrikasthalam was another, and that's where Krishna stops. He halted, says Vyasa, he freed the horses, he had a bath, and he did his sandhya. And a big tent was put up there for the night halt. And the Vedavits from nearby villages came and invited him, and he went in the evening, in the night to their villages. He visited their humble huts. And then he said, "Come for a night feast." He organized a big feast near his tent. And he invited everybody from the nearby villages to come and take part in the feast. And they all came and had a feast with Sri Krishna, and he spent the night in the tent in Vrikasthalam. Vaishampayana tells Janamedaya. Meanwhile, the news that Sri Krishna is on his way had spread like wildfire to Hastinapuram. Hearing that Sri Krishna was in the way, Dhritarashtra was getting horripilations. He told Duryodhanan, "My son, have you heard? In every house, in every street, every person is excited, and there are discussions in every place that Sri Krishna is coming. Samanyatam narashrestha sahidharma sanatana." Oh Duryodhana, Sri Krishna is an narashrestha, is the greatest among men. Sahimanyatam. Manyatam is, he is worthy of worship, honor. He is worthy to be honored. He is dharma. Sanatana dharma is Sri Krishna only. Sanatana dharma. Duryodhana says Dhritarashtra. Let us honor him. Let us please him. And let us win his favor, Duryodhana. Son, make all preparations to welcome Sri Krishna. Make the entire route of his to here. Make it the most comfortable. Have the best rest houses put up on the way, equipped with every single comfort you can think of, every form of leisure, every form of pleasure, every form of entertainment fit for a king. Make it. And Bhishma approved, said, "Yes, let's do it." And Duryodhana could act very fast when he set his mind. We know what he did for Shalya. He got the best of the best organized quickly. He himself decided to go ahead to welcome Sri Krishna outside the city on the way. But Shakuni told him, "Don't do that." In Villi Bharatam, this fact is revealed that Shakuni tells him not to go personally. This Shakuni is another interesting character who makes the right moves to ensure that Duryodhana will lose. Sri Krishna, if at all he noticed, and all these are put up in no time. If at all Sri Krishna noticed exciting rest houses on the way, he did not bother to stop at any one of them. He had his own tent which could be rolled up. Even one place of which Duryodhana and Dhritarashtra had got constructed on the way, he did not stop. Dhritarashtra got to know that Sri Krishna will arrive by next morning. He called Vidura and he explained in great detail that a grand welcome has been prepared, has been planned for Sri Krishna in the city. He explains in great detail the treasure of gifts that is going to be given to Sri Krishna on his welcome, that he planned to give. He said, "I have asked for the whole town to go out and welcome Sri Krishna, O Vidura. Flags and festoons will be put up everywhere, and all roads will be washed with fragrant waters." Those days, was there anything in shortage? Absolutely fragrant waters, they'll wash the whole city. And he decided that for Sri Krishna's stay, he told Vidura, "Among all our palaces, O Vidura, the palace of Dushasana is the best. May that be completely refurbished and prepared for the stay of Sri Krishna. Vidura said, O king, every word that you say is correct, absolutely as per dharma. Sri Krishna deserves every honor that you can give. Why? He has the right over the whole universe. O king, but one thing I'll tell you, I promise, touching myself, that I know that you are not sincere. You are not sincere. You are giving these gifts to win Krishna to your side, so that you may not need to give anything to the Pandavas. This is your mind. I know it. And let me tell you the truth. Every gift, all the gifts that you give Sri Krishna will not create even a small gap, least amount of gap between him and Arjuna. Arjuna is as dear to him as his own life. I know also that Sri Krishna will only accept the traditional welcome of kalasham of water from you, and he will only accept water to wash his feet, and he will only accept some kind words that you speak. Other than that, he will accept nothing from you. Be that as it may. However, you must give whatever you plan to give. You should go ahead, just as you have said. But in addition to that, you must fulfill the aim with which he is come, Sri Krishna is coming here. If you want to give him a gift, then give him a gift of the kingdom for Pandavas. Oh, brother, Pandavas are your own sons. They love you, so please, in return, have some love for them too, says Vidura to Dhritarashtra.